Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So you know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's talk a little bit of former light heavyweight cruiserweight champion Tony Bellew and former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. Now, Tony Bellew has come out, and he's coming out. He's basically pro Anthony Joshua. He thinks Anthony Joshua is going to beat Tyson Fury. He thinks Anthony Joshua is going to beat Deontay Wilder in the day. He's pretty much behind Anthony Joshua. Hey, why wouldn't you be? Anthony Joshua was awesome. Okay? But he came out and he said something about Deontay Wilder. He said Deontay Wilder has no class and no skill set. Right? Most people are going to be like, well, probably right, because Deontay Wilder has a lot of people that don't like him. They really hate him for some reason. I just know people don't hate people that are not good. You just never do, right? Or people are definitely dangerous. Why do you think a spider come in your house? You got to kill it. But if you can't coexist with no spider, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is you have a phobia for, right? So it is like that, So Deontay Wilder has no class and no skill set. And I was thinking, Tony Bellew has been bashing Deontay Wilder a lot, right? Now, Tony Bellew was 33 and 1 with 20 KOs. And Tony Bellew is pretty good. I like his resume, right? He's beat some people. Towards the end of his career, he even got better when he went up twice and beat David Haye and stuff like that. But he beat Chilemba. He's beat a lot of good fighters. So Tony Bellew is all that, really. He's a pretty good fighter. One thing I don't like about his resume is this. He's never left England, right? He had all them fights. All them fights. You in England. He left England one time to go to Canada, and they fought Adonis Stevenson and lost that fight, right? Other than that, England, man, it's too little to be only there, and then to be talking worldwide smack, to keep the smack on the island then, right? And I be rolling with Tony Bellew. I got a lot of positive videos about Tony Bellew, but bashing Deontay Wilder constantly, like he has no class and no skill set. The class is something different, because I don't know, but then I want to see what you feel about Tyson Fury's class. Because Deontay Wilder has none, I want to see what his opinion is about Tyson Fury's class. If he says Tyson Fury has very, very little class and none, and is despicable, then I'll roll with him. But if he's saying things positive about Tyson Fury and saying this guy has no class, then I'm not going to go with that. Now, skill set, you can be right, right? Everybody can be right. He only has a right hand. I didn't see the Chris Arreola fight. He only has a right hand. I can go with that. Right? A lot of things, right? He says Deontay Wilder telegraphed his punches, right, when he's fighting Tyson Fury, and he did. I even said that in the video. You're not going to be hitting 6'9" Tyson Fury who can box with a telegraphed right hand. And I was saying, man, you got to use the jab like you was against Arreola. Act like your right hand is damn broke. Then fight Tyson Fury, because if you can be on him, similar with him on points, let him get a little bit comfortable in there with you, then you're going to land that right hand, but not just on telegraphing like that. So I agree with him on that. And also, there's something about Fury. Fury's banter before the fights is at the top of the line. He's done this several times. He made Vladimir Klitschko before the fight. It was just awesome what he was doing before the fight. He didn't let Klitschko have control of the situation, because Klitschko was a control freak. That's one of the reasons why he was able to win that first fight against Klitschko. I don't think he would have won the second fight, Tyson Fury, because Klitschko was just onto it. But at the first fight, he just had Klitschko, punked, basically. So how you would say it, he made Klitschko go for those feints, because when somebody's 6'9", 270 pounds, when they feint, you're going to, forget that they don't have punching power. That's what happened to him, right? But here's the deal about Tony Bellew. The problem I'm having with this, what he says. He has no skill and no skill set and no class. But Tony Bellew has also said he ain't never would fight Deontay Wilder, right? He never would fight Deontay Wilder. And here's the thing. He'd never fight him. He said Deontay Wilder gave him a hug and his hands wrapped around him about 2 times. He said he would never fight Deontay Wilder, ever. Right? So it doesn't add up. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're the same weight. You see what I mean? It's not like he's talking about somebody at flyweight, right? Or he's talking about somebody at welterweight and he can't never meet him. He just fought David Haye at heavyweight, right? Light heavyweight. Deontay Wilder's a bridgerweight dude, right? He bridgerweight. Right, a little bit over cruiserweight. When Usyk was talking smack, Deontay Wilder wanted to fight him at cruiserweight. So Deontay would have fought Tony Bellew at cruiserweight, or this new bridgerweight, or just heavyweight like he fought David Haye. But he would never fight him. So what does that say about Tony Bellew if here's a guy with no skill set and no class, which means you want to kick his Trying to rhyme, right? Right? If you want to, want to kick his butt, right? He has no skill set. He's a Yankee, a smack talking Yankee, but you would never fight him, right? It can't be because that telegraphed right hand now, can it? Right? Because if it's been telegraphed, there's a whole bunch of people got hit with something that's telegraphed, right? A whole lot of people. So why wouldn't he never fight ever a person that has absolutely no skill set? And it's in your weight. He's not heavier like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. He's not. So that is the only question. That is where the credibility just goes in, boom, just goes in the killer. Boom, goes downstairs. That's what happens because it makes no sense. If Tony Bellew, he should be feeling himself to fight Deontay Wilder, and this is a few years back. I'm not talking about now because he's retired. Don't come with that he's retired. Before he was retired, that's when he was saying that. He ain't fighting Deontay Wilder, but he fought David Haye. David Haye's dangerous, right? David Haye is extremely dangerous. He fought him, but he wasn't going to fight Deontay Wilder. So that doesn't sound like a person that doesn't have no skill set. Class, whatever, we'll leave that one out. But no skill set at all, a person in his weight should want to take him because he's that dude with no skill set and a title for all them years. You could have went and won the WBC title from a dude with no skill set, but you dared not to. So therefore, you're exempt from calling him a dude with no skill set because you're right around his weight. If they weighed you right now, tell Tony Bellew and Deontay Wilder right now, I'm betting Tony Bellew weighs more. Think about that. So that skill set thing, no, not for Tony Bellew. That goes out the window, even though I got love for Tony Bellew. But here, no. You're not allowed to say that unless you would have fought him. And the reasons you wouldn't fight him is because he's dangerous. So skill set, smeal set. He's extremely dangerous, and you wouldn't have gotten in the ring with him. So that's skill set enough, don't you think? Dome Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.